Alright, hello anybody who may be watching. My name is Andrew, and today I'm gonna do a thing. And the thing I'm gonna do today is more MS Paint. Yesterday I made a logo to to put on my Twitch banner. Unfortunately, I uploaded the banner, but it doesn't seem to be appearing anywhere, so that kind of sucks. I did make one little change to it, which was to make the background the light blue instead of white, so it doesn't blare into everybody's eyeballs. But anyways, other than that, that's all the changes I made to the logo I made yesterday. But anyways, today what I'm gonna do uh, is, as the title says, I'm going to draw one of my favorite video game scenes in MS Paint. Now, it's just a simple little scene from a game called Link's Awakening, one of my favorite games ever. It was the first Zelda game I ever played and ever beat, but this little scene was just a little, almost a little slice of life moment in the middle of that game. It comes about when you have Marin, one of the characters in the village in that game, when she's following you, and you go to a beach, and well, Link is mute, so Marin just talks to you about her thoughts and stuff. And it's just a neat little scene. It's just a neat little scene. It kind of touches on the impermanence of life and whatnot. So I'm gonna draw it. So I'm going to. So this is the area I'm gonna draw it in, and this is the area I'm gonna use for my rough stuff, like my color palette. Anything I need to doodle in separately or whatever. But yeah, I do also have. Hold on, I didn't get this. I do have a image I'm going to use as a sort of a uh, it's not inspiration. Source? Not a source. What's the word? Reference. That's the word. I know my English words. Just as a reference to get, just to get the feel down of the image. I'm going to be obviously making it in MS Paint myself, so I'm not going to be copying it, but I just want to get the feel down properly. So, oops. What I want to do is get color palette for the beach down first, because that'll be, I guess, my base layer. I could also get. I'll do the beach first, then I'll do the water, then I'll do the sky, then there's a couple trees on each side, then I'll fill in the details, i.e., Link and Marin sitting on a log on the beach. So that's the goal, anyways. I have no idea how long this is going to take, but if it takes longer than 2 hours, I might split it up into two streams. We'll see. Anyways, so this will be good to start with to get the sand color, but maybe something like that would be better. It's a little too yellowy. Oh, I forgot about that. You can't. Alright, a little too yellowy. Maybe make it a little orangey. Is that? Yeah. So let's start out with something like this. Okay, let's. Wait, hold on. So let's do this and this. just to get a color down. And I'll do a little bit of a darker one. Okay. It's a little orangey, a little too orangey. Huh. It's been a while since I've made custom colors in MS Paint, so it's gonna take a while to get some appropriate some, I don't know if appropriate's the right word, some good looking colors for the beach. So let's see here. So let's something like here. Let's undo that. Let's get the color for this. Let's do something like not quite what I wanted. Maybe something a little. Okay. Maybe I should just use the curve tool, because a curved line is what I want to make. The game, it's a straight line, but I want to just add a little bit of a curve here. Yeah, that looks like a really good color for a sand. Awesome. Alright, so now let's just get the basics of what I want and where I want it. So this might not be the final color for the water, but it'll give me a reference point for where I want the horizon to go. And since the horizon is, a straight line in the game, I'll make it a straight line here. It is technically a slight curve. I know all you flat earthers like to believe the earth is flat, but it's not. It's a giant sphere. But for simplicity's sake, it looks like a straight line. From this perspective, it would look like more or less a straight line. At best, there might be 1 pixel difference in, from the edge to the top. But anyways, enough about horizons. Let's do that. And so the sky is more of that color. That's kind of a gloomy color. Sort of that shade, but you know what? This is my thing. So let's. You know what? I'll worry about the sky in a sec. Yeah, clearly I'm not the greatest MS Painter. I know how to use MS Paint, but I'm not the best MS Paint artist, if that makes sense. I'm good at like cropping images and stuff like that, and I have drawn some stuff in MS Paint before as well, but I haven't done enough drawing in MS Paint to be like really proficient at it. I'm capable, competent would probably be a good word to use. Ooh, that's a bit greeny of a sky color. Ever so slightly, but it is still a bit more greeny than I would like it. Let's go with something like this, maybe? Oh, I don't know if the color mixing thing window is popping up for you guys on the stream. Because most of the other windows don't, the way it's set up. It still doesn't like pop quite as much as I want it to. You know what? Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. So now I'm just gonna use this to make some details. Where is... There it is. Spray can. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Kind of add some detail. I can clean that up later. But just this is an easy way to add some texture to the image. And I can always edit it later. Okay, that one's a little too splotchy. That doesn't look too bad. It doesn't need to be like everywhere. Yeah, that'll do, and maybe I'll add one more color just to add some little bits and whoops. I just wanted singular pixels here. Boop, 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 boop. Oops. I wish there was a way I could just like do this without, having to do this. To add just the, the odd pixel here and there without having to literally add it in one at a time like this. Like, yeah, you could the paintbrush, but I don't want this many gray, and so I'm gonna add some little white dots, and should probably add, what about this? With this, it's a little too jarring. I want alright, just want to add a little flecks of detail here and there. Yeah, I see this line and a couple other things, so I'm gonna go and edit them so they're not so glaringly obvious. Where is that line? There it is. It's a bit much. Alright. Whoops. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright. So... Alright, let's add some color into the Ocean. Oops. Before I do that, let's get rid of these little splorches here. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I may have taken on a task slightly too big for me, but that's fine. I'm learning as I go. Let's go this. Let's see this. Does this make it look like waves? I'm gonna add more. I just want to see how it looks. It's a good start, but like probably should that one. That one's a bit wonky. I want it a little bit more curved. That's fine. Okay, not that. Not like that. Now let's go. So a handy thing for MS Paint is these. So this one is like 3 pixels wide, but if you change here, it's only 1 pixel wide. So what you can do is you can use Control or hold Control and use either the plus or minus to change the brush size on whatever tool you're using. So I currently have it on the 1 pixel one. I want it 2, so I'll hold Control, press Control once, and boom, it's now 2 pixels wide. Oh wait, this was already 2 pixels. Wait, was it? Let me just see here. Oh, it was already 2 pixels wide. I stand thoroughly corrected. Alright, well, don't I just look like an idiot? Yes, the answer is yes. So let's see here. Does this kind of look like waves crashing into... not really. Well, I mean, I do need to add more colors to it. So let's see what happens if I were to, like, I don't know, do something like this and just kind of like accentuate these with a little bit of color. Ooh, I do actually like the way those look already. Hey, I pressed the thing. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, anyways, so... So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Link's Awakening is one of my favorite games ever. I remember my first time I played it was at the school I grew up at. At the school, yeah, because you all know what the school is. But anyways, I made it. Sorry, I played it at the school I grew up at. My friend at the time, he had a Game Boy, and he had the original version of the game, the original black and white version, or I guess more accurately, Many Shades of Green on the original Game Boy version. And he'd bring that to school on his Game Boy Pocket, which actually I believe the Game Boy Pocket did have more of a black and white screen than the original Game Boy, which had, again, Many Shades of Green. So yeah, so maybe I wasn't wrong in believing it was black and white. I think that's the case. I could be wrong. I've never had a Game Boy Pocket myself, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But yeah, I remember playing that game and pretty much falling in love with it from the get-go. The music was great. The visuals were nice and pretty for a 2D game on a tiny, tiny screen. And it was, it was my first introduction to the Zelda series as a whole. So, if you want to play Zelda and you want a good first game, Link's Awakening was probably not a bad choice. The thing about Link's Awakening is that it doesn't contain the normal go fight Ganon and save Hyrule and get the Triforce storyline. Link's Awakening is one of the relatively few games in the series where it's its own storyline. It isn't a rehash of the original storyline, which isn't a bad thing, you know. Like Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time are basically rehashes of the old, save the Triforce and save Hyrule storyline, but I still enjoy them immensely. Probably almost as much, if not as much, as Link's Awakening. So nothing against that. It's just Link's Awakening is a unique game. So that looks kind of okay. This here is a bit weird. So let's do that. And I'm gonna do more, obviously, in the distance, and I'm gonna make it look like a little bit of, a little bit of sea foam, not sea foam. I guess in a sense, you know how when the waves crash against the sand, it's a little bubbly for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna try to replicate that. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna spend a huge amount of time on it. I probably should, but whoops. I'm more just doing this to practice my MS Paint skills and practice my streaming skills. So, not looking for perfection, just looking for, excuse me, just looking for good enough here. Okay, so let's add a few more waves in the distance. Make these 1 pixel wide so they look like they're in the distance. I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not, but I gotta try something. Alright, how's this look? Better. That looks better, but it's still not great, but I don't care. I'm not the best artist out there, so I'm not expecting this to be perfect or super great. Obviously I would like it to be, but I can't expect it. So let's just do this, the same treatment I did for the ones out there. Alright. I used to draw a lot when I was a kid, but I would always be really hard on myself when I did. Because it never was perfect, it would never turn out right. You know? And I was just... I guess I just wasn't patient. Whoops. But I was also, expecting me to be perfect. And, you should never put yourself through that. If you're expecting perfection, don't. It's not good for you to expect perfection. I lost, a lot of time worrying about whether it's going to be perfect and never getting anything done because of that. And, yeah, it's not fun. At this point, good enough is, well, it's good enough. I'm... Oops, I meant to do this. Just do that. How does this look? That looks better. That looks good enough. I'm gonna accept it as is. Except I need to do that for these. Whoops. Didn't I? I guess I clicked the wrong square. Here we go. Dang it. Alright. Let's, I did say I don't want it perfect, but at the same time, I don't want it to be too, I don't want the edges to be too thick or anything. I want it to look okay. I'm fine with just okay. There we go. Maybe I'll do that too. Maybe I'll do that, that, that. Something like that. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Alright, so that's done. Alright. Sorry, just gotta reposition myself here. There we go. Okay, so now let's draw the log. It's heavy, it's wood, it's log. Ren and Stimpy reference for those of you who don't know. And if you don't know, what are you doing with your life? Watch Ren and Stimpy. Life lessons. No. Anyways, so let's get some brown colors ready for the log. That's an okay starting spot, but let's go with that. Okay. That's a little too orangey. Red. That's a little too pukey. One thing I've noticed, it is not the easiest thing to make brown colors in MS Paint. Well, not just brown, but certain colors are really not the easiest to scout out here. That's pretty similar to the other one. Okay, that's too similar. I just want like... Okay. I just want like 3, maybe 4 colors. You know, I'm just making simple things here. How's that? That'll do. Alright. Yeah, they're not exactly the greatest wood colors, but I'm gonna work with it because I don't give a damn. I mean, I do. I want it to look okay. I don't... Not once again, not looking for perfection, so... So let's, come on. You know what? Let's keep that spec. Alright. Magnifying glass. I don't know why the magnifying glass insists on being such a hard button to press. But it does. It certainly does. So, whatevs. So... let's make the log right around here. Let's go size 1 for now. And I'll make it so it looks like it's half embedded in the sand, sort of kind of deal. Or at least I'll try to. That's not really good. Let's use this color here. That's the idea anyways. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it happen, but let's give it a shot. So it would be like... So the bottom of... yeah, let's do this. I want it to be more straight than that, the bottom of the log. Doesn't have to be perfect. Undo. Actually, that probably wouldn't have been bad. I could make little mounds of... make it look like... Yeah, make little mounds of sand or stacking up on it. That's not good. I wanted more of a curved line. Yeah, that's what I wanted more of. And then doesn't Doesn't matter if the top's too... Whoop, okay, fuck. Doesn't matter if the top's too straight. Especially where I'm going to make the character sit here, but would like it to be a sort of a straight line. Alright, so now, so what I'm going to do here is for the log, let's close that up here. An easy way I found to fill in a space that's already filled in with colors is to whoops, where's the gap? Where did I put the gap there? Oh, jeebus. Alright. I totally missed that. And is there any other gaps? There's one here. Okay, anyways. Now let's do this without looking like a fool. Ha ha ha. Good luck. So, yeah. So if you got multiple colors in, just select one and then right click to make it go away, or you don't even have to. Like, you could just select another color, paint that, and then since the other color left is white, I can do that, and boom. Now I have a nice clear space to make a log happen. Alright, so I'm gonna continue using this for outlines of shapes, and then I'll fill them in with different colors as I go. So this isn't looking very loggy right now, and I can edit the shape later, but for now, let's just get some detail going here. I don't have the steadiest hand, if you haven't noticed. I'm trying to make these lines a little more straight than I'm actually making them, but you know what? I could make like this little curved area like a little knot or something. There we go, that looks good. And I'll fill it in with a separate color here. Would this color be too garish? Probably. I might need to change it, but it's not. It's actually not too bad. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's not bad at all. On its own, it's garish, but in whoops. I mean, it's still a bit, but that's fine. Alright. No. Or not a knot. What's it called? When yeah, like a cut off branch or something, you know. Let's make a few more of those. So yeah, these colors actually will do fine for what I'm looking for. Oh, hold on one sec. Okay. I don't know if you heard that or not. Probably not, but my building has a PA system that the landlords can use to announce stuff to the tenants, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything relevant to me. I mean, it sort of was. Something is done. they did a thing, so good. But yeah, nothing that's immediately relevant to me, anyways. So fill that in. Oh, I probably add a couple little dots here to make it look detailed. I'll add another big chunk of thing here. Fill that in. That kind of looks like a log, right? And then I'll make one more little cut off branch here for detail. That's a little too far down. Boop, there we go. Oh, I should probably save this at some point, shouldn't I? Save as, there we go. So that doesn't look half bad. I might add some, I don't know. I might have to add some shading to make it look like it's actually buried. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. I am going to be kinda lazy about this. As in, I'm not gonna go for a too detailed approach. I am gonna add details, obviously, but like I'm not gonna go with like multiple colors and shading and, well, I do have multiple colors, but you know, this log is a singular color and the details are a different color, and that's about as detailed as I'm gonna get. I just realized the trees on this beach are going to be palm trees, but the log here is probably not a palm tree because the lines on palm trees kind of go, around the width of it rather than up and down the length of it. But that's fine. It's a mystery log that came from, maybe someone else in the past dragged it from the nearby forest, so I'll just go with that. I don't know. It's good enough. Alright, so let's add some nice white fluffy clouds now. I'm wondering if I should, you know what? Screw it. It's good enough. How does that look? Ugly and horrible? Yeah, it's not even fully thingied. Okay. Yeah, it's not. Gosh darn it, why are these buttons so hard to press? Okay, let's go with some more, like, whoops. Gosh darn it. It's not at all what I wanted to do here. Sometimes I forget I have the undo function. Alright. Dang it. Alright. Where is this? Oh, okay. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. Maybe, you know what, maybe I should do? Instead of drawing it like that, maybe I could, to get a more smooth look, I could always just do this. With smooth look with the curve, for the curves. Yeah, I like that better. Definitely like that better. Alright. So it looks a little more cartoony. I mean, not that it didn't look cartoony before, but Link's Awakening is a very cartoony, the visual style is very cartoony. Especially if you play the DX version and do the little photograph side quest, mini side quest. The photos in that game are very, very cartoony. What did I just do here? There we go. I don't think I've ever, speaking of that, I don't think I've ever actually gotten all the photographs in that game. I mean, actually, in a technical sense, you can't, because there's 12 opportunities to get a photo, but 13 in total, because one opportunity gives you a different photo depending on what answer you give the photographer, I believe. Something like that. I read about that quest not too long ago, so just a little trip down memory lane, I suppose it was. I'll put one more little thing up here just to... How does that look? It's looking weird. This cloud is looking weird. Alright, you know what? Let's I think I know what I want to do here. No, curve tool, no. No, what? Oh my god, the curve tool in this game is horrific sometimes. Sometimes it's really great and it does exactly what you want. Sometimes it just goes on a tangent and just doesn't do anything that you want. Although I have learned that sometimes the best way to deal with that is to just do the curve in sections. That's better. Yeah, that's better. That's good enough. Maybe I could add a little bit of shading onto the. Screw it. I'm not too concerned with it. All right, so I'm gonna draw in the trees now. I'm gonna use the curve tool to help me. And I'll just use the same colors as I used for the log on the ground because of laziness. I'm going to use the curve tool to help me get a nice curve for the tree here. That'll do. And then do the same for this side. No, that was actually pretty good where it was. Dang it. There we go. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna need some colors for the palm leaves too. I don't trust the greens here to be good for what I want. Okay. Right, let's do this and this. Okay, I'll use that for the outline, and I'll do something like that was actually pretty good. Bright green, no. Maybe something like that for the leaves. Yeah, I like that. Let's make some overlapping leaves. You know, I've never actually seen the top of a palm tree, so I have no idea how they all connect at the top. Let's see here, maybe I'll just, I don't know. Didn't actually think that through. If I did, maybe I could have just made, whoops. Maybe I could have just made half of the palm tree hanging in from the side. But that's fine. Whoa, why did it think I started it there? That was weird. Again, what the heck is this? What is going on? This is gonna look not so great, is it? Oh well. Doing my favorite game a disservice, but that's fine. It isn't about perfection here, it's about learning and figuring stuff out. So, alright. Or at least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. So I don't get too disappointed with the results of this. Let's boop another oops. Boop another oops. Put another pixel there. Okay, so let's just see here. Ugly. Anyways, so let's fill in the color. I'll add in some details in a second. Just want to get this might be a little bit too bright of a green now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I'll just cheat and say that all the palm tree leaves just merged into one big leaf in the middle. That'll do. That'll do. Alright. Wait, what? Hold on. Where is this? Oh, I see. I see, said the blind man. I am funny, man. Alright. Okay. Let's make sort of the veins, I guess you could call them, on the leaves. I don't know what they're properly called, but they look like veins, so that's what I'm going to call them. Add a little bit of detail. I'll probably add a couple little slits to the edge of the leaves or something for a little extra, visual stuff going on. Okay, that one's kind of ugly. Alright. I did what? Okay. Paint that in. There we go. Alright, so how does that look? That's terrifying. That's terrifyingly bad. How did I make it so bad? Alright. I am not good at this. Somebody please help me. Alright. You know what? The trees are pretty big in Link's Awakening, so I might be able to get away with making it just a... you know what? Let's fix this. Let's try to fix this first instead of giving up immediately. Alright. How long have I been streaming for? By the by. An hour, just over an hour. Alright. You know what? Maybe I could just kinda, whoops. Why? Why? What is it still connected to? What? Oh, there's another hole here. Dang it. Alright, there we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna make some coconuts. I have no idea if coconuts grow on the top of palm trees, but it's gonna hide the little cluster of weirdness going on here. And you know what else I should do? Maybe thin out this leaf a little bit. This is probably a bigger project than I should have taken on, but that's fine. Ah, crap. Should have looked up some actual palm trees for reference. But then again, I don't think many people take pictures of the tops of palm trees, so I might be SOL there. Let's just stick with the coconut idea because I'm at a loss for what to do here. Let's make the... You know what? Let's layer them so they're layered nice. Oh, that's fine. Coconuts. Right? That's what these are. Alright. I am doing a horrible job here, but that's fine. I keep saying that's fine because I'm trying to convince myself of things. And you know what? That's fine. Alright. Alright, so so I want this one to be up front, so let's make it up front. And then maybe this one, yeah, something like that. There we go. There we go. The easy, cheaty way to hide the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if coconuts have these little holes on them, but I see them portrayed like that, and it adds a little detail, so it's fine. Alright, now, oh wait, hold on, before I do this, let me just make sure it's all plugged in properly. So, now I'm going to use my trusty technique of filling and whatnot to fill all this in. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. There we go. And there we go. And the same here. You know what? There we go. And oh, probably shouldn't have made the coconuts the same color as the log, because that was the same color I was going to make the tree. Okay. Or do I care that much? Oh, of course I hit the one. Yeah, okay. What is this? Maybe if I make it this color? Sure. What about this color? Is that too close to the... Yeah, I should make a separate color, shouldn't I, for that? Because having it the same color as these coconuts, that's not the biggest deal, whatever. Again, not looking for perfection, just looking for good enough. Oh, you goof. You goof. What a goof. There we go. That's horrible, but I don't care. I'm moving on. I'll fix it later if I really want to. Which I probably won't. Yeah. Knowing how to use MS Paint but not being good at drawing in it is a weird experience, I'll tell you what. Like, I'm okay at drawing, but I'm... Meh. I used to... Well, actually, yeah, I was going to say I used to draw a lot. But then I stopped drawing for the most part. I don't know. When I was a teenager, I guess. So, let's just say I'm not a teenager anymore. Little older than that. Anyways, what was I doing? Do I want to make another tree there? I gotta add more detail. I can't just leave it like that, having this log like this and this tree being like that. So I gotta add some detail. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but maybe I could use this lighter color, these two lighter colors to... Oh wait, hold on. Kinda, I don't know. Just to kind of... How does that look? It looked better when it was zoomed in. It looked like I was actually doing something when I zoomed in there. I don't know if this is actually gonna make it look better, but I gotta try something here to... No, I can't have a harsh corner like that. Jeebus. Okay, so the original scene had a tree on either side, but I'm thinking, just for sanity's sake, I'm only gonna make the one tree. Let's just see here. Does that make it look... Maybe if I remove the outline, and just kind of... I don't know. Let's... I think this is why I stopped drawing, because I was way too... Because, I don't know. Until it's finished, it always looks weird until it's finished, you know? Dang it, I forgot I had that color selected. Hmm. This isn't my proudest moment. This isn't my proudest hour and 17 minutes. Probably longer, but fine. You know what? It's fine. You gotta start somewhere. I used to draw, but I haven't in a long time, so I need to get back in practice. I'm not sure if MS Paint is the best place to start, but it's probably not the worst place either. The good thing about MS Paint is it's fairly easy to edit your mistakes. That's the good part about it. Okay, so now what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually, hold on. I'm going to push in, like, I'm going to make it look sectional here, the parts of this tree. Not sure if that's going to do anything, but it should at least make it look a little bit more natural, like, instead of just a curved thing. I gotta do something with these leaves too. They're really weirding me out. But anyways, let's do this first. Alright, so okay, that trunk looks better now, but the leaves still look weird. The leaves still. Maybe I should try to make them droopy instead of just. Because they just look like they're just kind of tacked on. Alright. I think it's this leaf is the worst offender. So it's the thing that's making it look I mean, the rest of it isn't the greatest, but this sleeve is definitely not helping things. And also the color. The color's a little too bright for what I want here. Actually, I already have that color in my hotbar. So looks better. It looks better. I definitely need a different color for the green though. The green is too bright. Just a little too bright. What about that? That might be a better green to use. Yeah, I like that better. Alright. So that's gonna have to do. I'm not gonna muck around with that too much more. Cause I don't want the stream to last too much more than 2 hours, and it's already an hour and 25 minutes. So let's just concentrate on, on making Link and Marin, and they're just going to be facing out the sea. And actually, hold on. One little detail I want to add in before I forget, because I might just forget, even though it's kind of important for the scene, is seagulls in the distance. And it's kind of important because Marin talks about wanting to become a seagull so she can see what's beyond the shores of the island she's known her entire life. Yeah. And while becoming seagull wouldn't be my first choice, you know, they're still important to the scene. Whoa, I just did something weird. There we go. Yeah. Excuse me. Alright. Anyways, alright, so since I haven't outlined anything in black, that's going to make it a little more difficult to figure. Well, not that much difficult. Alright, so let's get all these rough color palettes out of the way. And let's change this to white so I can do that. And, yeah, oh, you know what? I've so caught up in this, I keep forgetting to save it. Even though it isn't the best, it isn't my best work, that's for sure. I'm still enjoying it, so whatever. So now, how big do I want Link and Marin to be? I don't want them to be too big. Alright, so I'm not going to use the same colors I used for the leaves for Link's clothing. So I'll make a darker green for the outline. I said a darker green. Okay. Let me just make sure that isn't. It's a little darker. So let's make it even more dark, just to separate it from that a little bit better. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Did I delete that? Yeah. Alright, let's do that. And a green that is how's that? Darker than the leaf green, but still its own shade of green. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Alright, so one of the reasons why I picked the scene, other than it's one of my favorite little scenes in a video game, is because the characters are facing away from the camera. And that's going to make it all too, well, not all too easy, but all the more easier to actually draw them, since it'll just be a couple of lumps on a log, basically. Alright, so let's start out with Mr. Link over here. Oops. Should be this. And I need the darker color as well. Ah, frick, I keep forgetting what button does what. Here we go. That's what I need. There we go. Yeah, that should be about. And then shoulder, because they'll be like, that shoulder. There we go. They're resting their arms on their legs or something. And that, and then Link's trademark hat. good at this. So good at this. Alright, you know what? Let's make it more facing forward, so I can hide more of Link's head, because honestly, I just want to get this done at this point. And then, like, the brim, or not the brim, I don't know what you call it. Damn, it really looks like Link's just like fucking hunkered down there a little bit, so maybe I should, we should make something like this, the top of his head. Like about that height, yeah. So it doesn't look like he's just, he's all, tensed up or something. Oh God, I'm so bad at this. It just looks like a wizard's hat now. Jesus. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Alright, let's see how this looks when I've hollowed him out here. What? Oh, I guess I just used the ink dropper tool on the pixel next to this. Great. This is a lot easier to do in my head. I knew it was gonna probably be one of the more complicated pictures I've ever drawn in MS Paint, but I didn't quite I really overestimated my abilities here. That's fine. Alright, so this is supposed to be like the ridge of his hat. Ridge, the place where it folds over. I don't know what you call it. Alright, Link did have sort of like a belt or something, so let's make that happen. Let's add a little. Come on. I want to scroll here, not there. Alright. There, detail. Maybe I'll make that like a light gray so it's not so jarring with the rest of the picture. Maybe I'll make it like a dark leathery color. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. And hold on. He still looks like he's hunkered over a little bit. Maybe what I'll do here is I'll do this, and then maybe I'll just kind of lower his shoulders a bit, and maybe that'll make him not look so tensed up here. I think that actually worked. I think, hey, something I did actually worked. Alright, cool. And I think he's blonde in Link's Awakening. I'm not entirely sure. But let's just use this regular yellow as the actual hair color, but let's do that for the outline, just to make a little. Hold on a sec here. I forgot to. Does that look like hair? Does that look like hair? You know what? I just realized this. The way I made the hat made it look like he's wearing it sort of on the back of his head instead of on top. So I got to do something about that. Okay, so he's like. Is that? Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, I think that works okay. No, it doesn't. Nothing I'm doing is working. Why? Why? If only I hadn't stopped drawing, I could understand the principles of perspective better. That kind of works. Good enough, I think. Alright. Alright, now, Marin. So, in the DX version, which is the Game Boy version, the Game Boy Color version, she has like a orange dress, but in a lot of the artwork and in the new re-release, the new, it's not even a re-release, it's a remake. It's a total from the ground up remake of the game. Although it does stay pretty true to the original game in terms of gameplay and the layout and all that sort of stuff. But anyways, in the remake, and in a lot of the artwork, her dress is blue, so I'm gonna go with blue. Her hair is orange, an orangey red, so I'll definitely keep that. But yeah, so her dress is blue, very similar blue to this, so I'm just gonna use that blue. And I'm gonna make an outline with this color. And I'm going to to try to make her not look so chunky as Link did. And yeah, I'm going to put her over here. They were sitting together and closer together in the cutscene, but screw it. I guess I could put her over here. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's just say they weren't sitting in my rendition. They're not sitting in the center of the log. So, anyways. Yeah, I'll fix this. I'm just gonna... It's a little too wide. I don't want her to be super wide-shouldered. Okay, I can't do anything for the life of me here today. Alright, so I want this line to be more like that, maybe? Something like that. Alright, so I have just made a royal mess of this. And, yeah. And her hair is an orange-red, so let me just do that so I know what color I'm making her thingy. How is this orange? Is it... That's pretty close, actually, to the original color, too, so... Let's make her hair outline this color. Or I could make that her hair color, because that's a little more vivid. And... do something like that for the out... Oh, we'll see, we'll see. No, you know what? Let's use this as the outline, so... Yeah, this is not very good. I don't know what I'm doing here. Alright, well, let's fill in this, and then I'll, let's see here. The top of her head looks very flat. Let's make it a little more curved here. Something like that. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Alright, so... Whoops. No. Alright, so... Let's just make a few lines in her hair, add some detail. It's good enough. I'm just about ready to be done here. And there. I think Marin had some white accents on her dress, so I'll just. I think they were just like, I can't remember what they were, but let's just make. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Some straight up white lines. So that might look good. Maybe a couple on each arm. There we go. And that is kinda bad, but you know what? I'm calling it done. Because this has taken me almost 2 hours. So that's good enough. So, final thing to do is just to bring this in like that. And I'll zoom in closer so I can get it exactly where I want it. There we go. And that is good enough. Who knows, maybe at some point in the future I'll want to update it or do something else. But for now, I'm calling that done. Oh, it's not the greatest, but it's a thing. So, yeah. That's about it for me today. I think I'm gonna call it a stream here. So if anyone was watching, which it doesn't look like on my stream manager thingy, but if anyone happens to catch this in the future, thank you for watching, and also thank you for tolerating my horrible MS Paint skills. I'll see you later. Bye for now.